Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are back with another video of international relations, and today we are going to look into the compare and contrast of the two types of structural realism or the neorealism. If you remember, in one of our earlier videos we discussed in detail the theory of structural realism. Let's just have a quick recap of it. Structural realism was propounded by K. Waltz in 1979. This theory details the effects of structure of international system on the outcomes of the international politics. The concepts like anarchy, security dilemma, and distribution of capabilities are inherent to it. So this was just a brief recap, so that's enough. So now let's look into the today's lesson, that is the types of structural realism. As you can see on the screens, there are two types of structural realism. These are the defensive realism and the offensive realism. The defensive realism is also called the security maximizer because it supports the use of force only in case of defense and does not support pursuit of hegemony. In contrast to this, the offensive realism is also called the power maximizer because it stipulates that the states must pursue as much power as possible. So the defensive realism was propounded majorly by K. Waltz, the one who originally propounded the structural realism or the neo-realism, while Mearsheimer laid basis of the offensive realism. Then we can see that the defensive realism holds that when a major power will try to become hegemon, all other powers will join to stop that power. But the offensive realism believes that the balancing will not be sufficient. It would be inefficient because the states tend to choose buck passing instead of collaborating with other states to stop a hegemon. Another important assumption of defensive realism is that if there are chances of conquest, the cost of conquest outweighs the benefits of conquest. Whereas the offensive realism believes that the cost of war can always be recovered from the vanquished territories through various means. Now, if we draw a compare and contrast between the defensive realism and the offensive realism, it would look something like this, as you can see on your screen. So this is a table for compare and contrast between defensive and the offensive realism. You can see on your screens that the defensive realism believes that the effect or implications of anarchy are benign and weak within the international system or on the international politics. This means that they are not as much decisive, while the offensive realists believe that their effects or implications are malign and strong. For the defensive realism, the explanatory focus is the international outcomes and the great powers, and the offensive realism, however, includes the state behavior as well. As far as the measuring power is concerned, the defensive realism believes that all the material wealth, such as the economy, population, military, etc., in a wholesome manner are calculated in the real power of a state. However, the offensive realists believe that only the military, in terms of their size, their strength, and their preparedness, is what amounts to be the power of a state. Then we can see on the screens that the both streams agree that balance of power defines the state behavior and that the unipolar world order is the most stable one. Furthermore, the defensive realism believes that the most unstable system is the unipolar one, while the offensive realism believes that the most unstable system is the multipolar one. In addition to this, the defensive realism believes that the geography is not an important determinant of state behavior, but the offensive realist levies great importance to it. And lastly, the defensive realism believes that states generally maintain a status quo, they are conservative powers, whereas the offensive realism believes that states aim for hegemony for maximization of their power. So that's all for our today's lesson. I hope you liked the video. Do let us know about your feedback in the comment section, and please share this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more lectures on different topics, so stay tuned.